Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. I am Sha'Nese Walker, and I thank you so much for clicking the button and finding some importance in what I have to say. Y'all, please forgive me. I be like a little old lady, honey, rubbing my knees and just rocking back and forth. I just be like a little old lady, so please forgive me while I get my old lady on. But I don't know, it's something about it. It helps me to focus better, and it helps me just to stay focused. I don't know, it's weird, but it happens. So whenever you see me doing this, just know I'm getting my old lady on. But so y'all, some big things are coming. I have cleaned out my office, and after today, you will more than likely be seeing me in my office. I'm just now putting things together and getting everything set up for it. So I'm excited about that. So we won't be Car Chronicles for too much longer. But I wanted to talk to you guys about self-growth. I had wrote some notes down so I wouldn't have to go right straight off the top of my head, but I left my notebook in the office. So right now, while I'm outside, and I just got done picking up the kids from school, and they went ahead and got out, and it was just too comfortable and the air is blasting. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and record my video right here for today. So y'all forgive me if I have to do a part 2, but this is very important. God has laid it on my heart to share what the steps were that I had taken to help me to grow. Because now that I look back on my life 6 months ago has changed dramatically. The way that I think sometimes, I'm like, I have to stop. I have to stop and pinch myself like, oh my goodness, Sha'Nese, this is really you. Like, you are really making moves like this. And so I'll just get right into it so that we won't be here for too long. But the first thing that I done, this is step number 1, was to change the way I thought. I changed the way that I looked at things. For an example, the situation that I had going on, and y'all, these are just little bullet points, and I'm just gonna skim right through these examples really quick. I say that I'm gonna skim through them real quick, but some may be a little bit longer than others, but just bear with me. So the first one, like I said, was I changed the way that I thought. I changed the way that I seen things. It could have been so much worse on me had I had a pity party for myself during my awakening. And I still say, you know, the more that I think about it, and the more that God is showing me about everything that's going on in my life right now, I say that I am still, to a certain degree, going through a spiritual awakening. There is still some things that God is showing me I'm still becoming right now. So in the beginning of my spiritual awakening, I could have gave up. I could have threw in the towel, and I could have said, hey, I'm a single mother. I got 6 kids. I got to go to work. I got to figure out how I'm going to get my baby 30 miles away, 40, let me change that, 40, and it could have very possibly been 45 miles away on a bad day, just depending on traffic. So I could have really threw in the towel and felt sorry for myself and came up with every reason for why I could not do what I needed to do. I could have came up with every excuse for why I could not go to work, or why I could not do the things that God called me to do, why I could not put the things down that he was asking me to put down, why I couldn't step away. Ooh, and this a big one. This a big one for somebody. Why I couldn't step away from that toxic relationship that he had been trying to pull me out of for so long. You know, I could have made excuse after excuse for myself, but instead I turned that pain into purpose, and I looked at my situation totally different. I looked at my situation like this is a lesson. This is an opportunity. This is a chance for me to see and correct everything that I've done wrong in the past. You know, this is an opportunity for me to work on what it was that kept causing me to fall short in these areas. Thank you, Holy Spirit. What kept causing me to fall short in these areas and continue to pick up this toxic relationship after I knew that it was no good for me. You know, so I had to do some self-evaluation. That ties into number 2. I had to do some self-evaluation. I had to not so much as be critical with myself, but I had to become a life coach for myself. I had to sit down and take accountability for the things that I had done wrong. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, look, Sha'Nese, you put yourself in some of these situations. And even the ones that you did not put yourself into, you are responsible. You are responsible. You're responsible to dig yourself out of where you are, because it is very easy, like I said, to feel sorry for yourself, to stay there, be down and stay down. It is very easy to be in that low place and feel like there's no way out, so I might as well just feel sorry for myself. All the while you're staying there. You're staying there in that place of pity, in that place of unforgiveness. Ooh, I had to forgive myself. Ooh, that was a big one, y'all. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Take accountability for your actions. Take accountability for where your life is today. And if somebody else tries to tell you, accept it. Accept it for what it is. You don't have to fall out with these people. You don't have to fuss with these people. You don't have to cuss with these people. You don't have to act shady with these people. If somebody's telling you, hey, you were wrong for that, you shouldn't have done that. Look, let me teach you. Let me show you a better way. Embrace that. Embrace that change. Embrace that the fact that you have somebody that's already been through it, such as myself. Accountability. Accountability was something that has brought me to the place that I'm in right now. And you have to keep that each and every day. Be accountable for you. Be accountable for your actions. Change the way you see things. Change the way you look at things. Change the way you see your situation, because I know we hear this all the time, but it could always be a lot worse than what it really is. God has given you the strength. He has given you the finances, because let me tell you something. When I was traveling 40 miles outside of my hometown where I live to take my baby for childcare, I had to travel 40 miles out of my town. Then I had to come back another 40 miles to get back to work. Well, to get to work. And you know what? All I could do was thank God. Even on my tired nights, even on the nights when I knew I had to go, I had to work all day. I had to drive 40 miles to pick up my baby from daycare, drive 40 miles back home. And then I had 5 other children waiting that I had to cook for. I had to cook dinner for them. I had to make sure everybody had a bath. I had to make sure that everybody was in bed by a certain time. so that they wouldn't be tired for the next morning. I had to wash clothes. I had to make sure everybody had clean clothes and something nice to wear for the next upcoming day. And I knew it was nobody but the strength that God had gave me. I know it because there is no way that I would have been able to make it through it. So I'm telling you on today that God is your strength. God is the reason why you're still making it. And I know you know that, but I want you to keep it front and center of your mind, because once you feel like complaining, or once you feel like you fixing to get into that place of stagnation, then guess what? You can shift your focus. You can shift the way you think. And you can look at your situation totally different. That way, your situation really ain't as bad as you think it is, because it could be a whole lot worse. Shift the way you think. Shift the way you see your life and the things that are going on in your life. Take accountability. Take accountability for your actions. You control your actions. You control your happiness. You control what goes on in your life. Take accountability. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you felt like you did wrong, and some of the things you felt like you really didn't do wrong. Forgive yourself. That unforgiveness will weigh so heavy on you, and it will cause so many extra problems in your life. That unforgiveness, let me tell you what unforgiveness done for me. When I could not forgive myself for the mess that I had found myself in, it turned into depression. And I was so depressed. I was so depressed. I went to work, I came home, and I done the bare minimum. And see, most people will not tell you that. Most people not going to tell you that, because we live in a generation where today everything has to be perfect. And if you got an issue, if you got a problem, then something's wrong with you. But I'll tell you on today, that unforgiveness that I carried for myself, it caused depression. It turned into a deep hole, a deep black dark hole of depression. I went to work, I came home, like I said, and I done the bare minimum. I didn't want to open up the doors to my life for anybody. No. I didn't want nobody to see that I was going through what I was going through. And a lot of times that's what the devil wants you to do. He wants you to soak in your mess. He wants you to not forgive yourself. He puts all these thoughts in your head like, you ain't no good. Look, you done fell back into this trap again. If you were so godly, if you were so all of this and all of that, why are you here? What are you doing here? Yeah, I knew you'd be back. Oh, he put all kind of stuff in your head, but it is up to you to believe. It is up to you to forgive. Believe in yourself. Forgive yourself. And a lot of times, you know what? I had to encourage myself. A lot of those days, it was just me and God. Once I started to go through my spiritual awakening, it was me and God. And a lot of things that's going to happen in your life, a lot of these miracles, that your big wins. Let me say that. A lot of your big wins. Now that your life is shifting. Now that you are becoming who God has called you to be all along. There's going to be a lot of things, a lot of lonely nights, a lot of things that you're going to have to do, and it's just going to be you and God. But let me tell you something, it's going to all work out for your good. It's going to all work out for your good. Some things you're going to have to walk away from, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But it's for your good. You know what? Another thing I had to realize is that this pain has a purpose. And if it had not been, and let me tell you, I'm going to be real, I did not fully, because we always hear people say it, but I didn't fully get my experience until I went through it. And I was able to look at it standing from the other side. That you don't never know what your strength is until your strength is all you got. You never know the heartache and pain that you can endure until that's all you got. And you got to allow yourself to feel it. Allow yourself to feel that hurt. Allow yourself to feel that pain. Because walking away is never easy. Walking away from expectations. Because a lot of times we put expectations on these relationships and these friendships and these jobs, these careers, these opportunities. We put expectations that fail, and it blows up into something so much bigger. But if you allow yourself to feel that pain, allow yourself to be alone, just you and God, I promise you, you will be glad that you did it once you make it over to the other side. So look, y'all, like I said in the beginning of this video, I wrote down a lot of key points, and I could possibly have missed a few, but I'm going to end this video right here. So we said, 1, change the way you think. Change the way you see things. Change the way you see your life. Change the way you think about the things that are presented to you. Forgive yourself. That was 2. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that you know that you've done wrong and the things that you're not aware. Forgive yourself. Go ahead and forgive yourself quickly so that you don't have to deal with that depression. And if you're already deep into depression, forgive yourself. Start with that. And change will come. Take accountability. Yeah, I could have been wrong. Accountability might have been 2. And unforgiveness, forgive yourself might have been 3. But either way it goes, take accountability. Take accountability for your actions, for how you treat other people. Because only then will your life begin to change. Along with the other steps, your life won't change until you can take accountability. Followed, like I said, by the other steps. You got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. Whether it hurts, whether it don't feel good, whether you don't like it. Take accountability. Look, y'all, I'm going to end this message right here. I will get back to my office and see if there is more key points. I'm almost sure that it is. So what I'll do is I will extend this video and make it a part 2. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video.